Hi, welcome to Wildly Wed, the real wedding planning podcast. I'm Keshira from Keshira Creative Events.
And I'm Vicky from Spot On Ceremonies.
And today we have the lovely Pip here, who is one half of Stone and Skillet. So Stone and Skillet, a boutique wedding caterer based along the South Coast. So Pip's going to talk to us all about food, which Vicky and I, if you've listened to our episodes, we talk quite a lot about food.
We like food a lot.
We do like food a lot. What we like to do with the podcast is we like to talk to people about how to plan their wedding their way, like actual real wedding advice, tips, and human beings. So welcome, Pip.
Hi, thanks so much for having me. It's so
You
fun.
are very welcome. First and foremost, tell us a little bit about how does it work? So sort of styles, staffing, how do you operate for couples?
So I would call us elevated informal.
Oh, I like that.
They are good words.
You know, you really can these days eat anywhere
Yeah.
with all your loved ones in the middle of the countryside, on the beach, like anywhere, and with the right supplier. We really can make that happen. So we started doing weddings, if I'm honest, totally by accident.
Okay. Sorry.
Come on.
Time.
So I've been in hospitality, tried to exit a few times. I'm in it for life.
We all?
Yes. Then I met my lovely other half, Craig, who is a chef, which always helps in the situation.
Yeah, it does.
We worked together in Sydney. We ran a place together. We came back 2018 to lovely West Sussex, which is coincidentally where we're both from. There goes my plan to marry an Australian. Never mind.
Best laid plans.
Yeah. COVID, lose jobs, classic. Start making food for our locals for fun because we had nothing else to do. I had no idea when hospitality would wake up again like so many other people. Turns out people quite liked our food.
Nice.
So it snowballed and snowballed and snowballed. One person came up to us and said, "Do you want to come make pizzas for my wedding?"
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Even I got to come to your wedding and
Yeah.
make all your guest food.
How fun does that sound?
Absolutely. That one wedding, you need to say, I can be a part of, the best day of people's life, feed them delicious food and be part of the party and get paid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like a winning formula to me.
Really, really fun. And being obviously beautiful locations that have been dressed up to perfection. Yeah, this sounds really fun. I get
it. Do you know what? That's a really lovely way to come into it as well, because you're in it because you love it, because you've fallen into something that you've gone, actually, this is a really nice thing to do, and a thing you can do together. So you and Craig can do this work together, live together.
I don't know how we still like each other. That's all good.
So this really, the business is the COVID baby that is now thriving.
It sure is.
Amazing.
So our sort of bread and butter 2021 was wood-fired pizzas. A good friend of ours taught us how to make them. And we were sort of, adding on to the offering each year. It occurred to me, well, I've got a chef who I think is quite a good one. So why don't we do it all? If we're going to turn up, why don't we do it all? So year on year, we've been, adding our services with what works logistically and all that stuff. We're still quite small, but
but that's great, isn't it? Trying to work out the logistics is hard, but from a couple's point of view, they're able to come to you and you can do their canapés, you can do their food, you can do their evening food. Like, being able to get everything through you is, it must have taken you a while to get to that point.
Yes. I guess our roles, I do the calls, I get the vision, the ideas from the couples. I'm just going to have to ask the chef, great, can we do that? We could totally do that. And I guess what's fun of it is year on year, you get so many different requests.
Yeah, so you're really broadening your own horizons through couples' requests.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lovely.
Yeah. You want that? Sure, we can do that. You don't have to have a 3-course sit-down dinner anymore at all.
Absolutely not. And do you know what? Most of I'd say probably 80% of the weddings that I work with and when I plan, they're not having sit-down meals.
No.
It's feasting.
Feasting, yes. That
Feasting
is
is
2025. Sharing, feasting, family style, an abundance of different styles of food up and down the table. And that is what we love to do.
Like, personally, that's my favourite kind of food anyway, because I get really bad food envy. So I hate it if people have got food that I'm like, but I want to try that. Feasting, I'm like, I can try a bit of everything. Are you for real?
Absolutely. And obviously, depending on the time of year, it can go super summery, you know, amazing, colourful, vibrant salads.
Nice.
I love when you bring food out and everyone's going, wow.
Yeah.
Before they've, you know, got going. And it can really be the spectacle of the table. Obviously with florals, we have all those conversations, you know.
Okay.
How can the colours of the food match the colours of the florals?
Of course, yeah.
It's just so much fun.
Yeah, it is. It's really nice that you put the time and effort into creating that overall look and feel for people, because you want to know that your food is going to look great, taste great, but it's also, it matches everything else you're doing in the day. And I think when I work with couples and when we're looking for caterers, most couples have only ever experienced a traditional wedding. And so they often come to it going, I guess what we'll have is chicken and mashed potato.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm like, whoa, stop. No, that is not, you know, that is what Wildly Wed is here for. What I do as a wedding planner, what Vicky does as a celebrant, and what you do with food is go, no, you do not have to have chicken and mashed potato. How nice is it to just like explore?
Yeah.
I guess, come up with new things.
And I think we're like over the years, you know, everyone's getting a bit more foodie. Yeah. There's so many styles of food available. And so why should you be stuck with chicken and mash for your wedding?
Yeah.
And presumably if a couple come to you and, you know, they're not entirely sure what they want, perhaps they're not great foodies, but they know they would like something special, a bit unique, you can steer them, you can help them actually arrive at something that will work for them.
And it really makes me laugh when couples come to me and they go, what do you think? I've known you for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But that's really, really fun. So that it does happen quite a lot.
Yeah,
So
sure.
we, I guess, send our master brochure, which has every style of every type of food that we've done, I guess, thus far. And I'd update it every year with 20 starters, 20 mains, 20 puds, 20 pizzas, 20 barbecue options, 20 salad. You know, it's like a big guide to get inspo from. But I always say, you know, it is a guide. So
It's food porn, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lovely. My favourite.
I'm so hungry reading a brochure.
Yeah. Actually, I made sure I had some of my lunch before we did this because I knew I'd be hungry talking to you.
But I always say, you know, that is a guide. So if you have this really specific vision, whatever you want, you know, on your engagement night, you had X for, you know.
Oh, so you'd like to bring that in? Yeah, I love that. That's great.
Yeah. A couple yesterday, we were with them and we're doing sort of Greek meze style because
Yum.
engaged in Greece and all that kind of stuff. It all ties in beautifully. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So food becomes part of the story, and I think that because it is just that happily ever after conclusion that a wedding is, I think it's really lovely to have that sense of storytelling, and to have that through food is beautiful.
Yeah, and I guess, so would you learn how to make something from a different cuisine or someone's heritage? If someone came to you and said, actually, we really want to include a bit of dual heritage, like this is my background, would you take on like making something that you haven't tried before?
Yes, much to Craig's dismay at the beginning. But
Okay.
But he gets over himself quite quickly.
he does. Yeah. Come on, you really can
do it.
Yeah.
You really can. Yeah. And it always works out really, really well. So
Oh, good. Oh, no, it's really nice. I love talking about food. I love talking about food when it's not weddings. So when it's weddings, it's like the best
Double
of
whammy.
all the foods. So it's really,
and let's face it, you always have a lot of guests to please at your wedding.
yeah,
So
and a lot of food to have.
So pick the most options possible and just make sure they're not hungry. That's the worst, right?
I do a lot of work with my couples when they come to me and we start looking at planning and we look at like on the day timeline. I always say to people, do you know what? The earlier in the day you get married, the more food you're going to feed people. And I've had a few weddings where they've kind of not taken the advice and not really fed their guests enough. And firstly, guests get bored. Guests get a bit like, oh, where's the food? Guests get
what's happening next?
Yeah, what's happening next? They get a bit antsy. Also, generally speaking, they get really drunk.
Yes.
And it's like, oh, okay, it's still quite early, but we've not
Yeah.
give them the food. Give them the food, make that part. But that's, I guess, in my opinion, food is super important. So
I agree.
Talking about timelines, actually, in terms of lead up to a wedding, when should couples be contacting you?
We say 12 to 18 months. When we start going over the 2 years in advance, I start going, oh.
yeah, it's a long time.
Yeah, that's a long time. So yeah, I'd say 12 to 18 months. But likewise, if we have a gap and someone, I booked a wedding not long ago for the 3rd of May. It was under a month ago I booked her in.
Okay.
We could do that, but you're quite a lucky girl.
Yeah, okay. So you can do it quicker.
Yes.
12 to 18 months is optimum.
Yeah.
I would say so.
Okay. And when they book with you, does that mean they're deciding what they're eating 12 to 18 months out? Or are they just saying, actually, we want to work with you 12 to 18 months out?
So I'm of the belief you have no idea what you want to eat 18 months in advance.
Great.
That's a relief.
Yes.
Are you joking? They're talking to me in January and talking about July in 2 years.
I don't know what I want for tea tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm having for tea tonight. Exactly. You're just not in, let's say, you're talking to me in the winter. You're not in summer food mindset. No. So upon booking, we have a chat on the phone.
Yeah.
We tend to have a chat on the phone. If you're local, we'll come meet up with you. We can often organise a tasting if there's a few,
Nice.
particularly if you want a custom something.
Okay.
Yeah. Then we just do a booking deposit. That means you just got us for the day. We're locked in. And then we'll say, we'll chat to you the year of the wedding.
Okay. And then they can come back and you can say, this is the kind of food we've been seeing out there. And what is it that you want? And they can kind of,
exactly.
And I guess seasonal produce plays a part in that as well.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And, and like you say, we might have, a couple the year before that did a really great new style of food. And we go, oh, well, this couple did this last year. Have you thought about this?
Yeah.
It gives us time to tweak, and likewise, couples might have a complete change of heart 6 months later, and that's totally fine. We know
cool.
what you're eating.
Nice. So that 12 to 18 months is to secure the date.
Yeah, just to secure the date. And then January of the wedding, we get back in touch. Hey, how are your guest numbers? Have you had any radical change of thoughts since we last spoke? Are we going to book in a tasting soon? Are we going to come see a venue? Is it a off-grid, crazy location, which requires a little bit more planning, that kind of thing.
Yes, for those things, crazy locations.
Yeah.
Love a crazy location.
Love them, but, logistics.
Yeah, and I guess that's exactly where a planner comes in and having that link up and having, especially DIY weddings, we talk about this a lot, don't we? Thinking for a couple's point of view, thinking actually who's pulling these bits together, who's making sure that caterer knows where to go, knows that there's going to be enough electricity, that there's going to be water, that there's going to be all those bits. So it's where we kind of work really well together is going, okay, well, get your planner and get your caterer, work together. And then the couple don't have to think about it because essentially most couples haven't ever turned up in a field and cooked a meal for 120 people.
No. On the whole, I'd say no. But bonus points if you have.
Yeah.
For sure.
Cool. Well, tell us a bit about favourite weddings. Have you got any good?
You must have. Come on.
There are a couple that spring to mind that were so memorable and just so brilliant. And talk about crazy locations. And she's actually a friend of mine locally, and she was getting married in a 3 words location in the South Downs.
Okay.
And being a mainly wood-fired caterer, we do a lot through wood-fired ovens. We don't need crazy electric hookups,
Yeah.
We could turn up with our trailer in the middle of nowhere and
crack on.
Love
and
that.
crack on.
Lovely.
Yeah. It was such a beautiful location. And the fact that, you know, you had to have 3 words to get
Yeah.
where are we going?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the most beautiful marquee glamping tents. It was just their own
Little festival.
mini like paradise festival. It was so amazing.
And what food did you do?
We did barbecue sharing platters with
Yum.
pizzas in the evening, canapés to start. Did we do bar stuff too? I feel like we did cocktails too.
Oh, so you
Oh,
do cocktails
please.
as well.
We can sling up your cocktails.
Love that. Love that. And I think, again, a really nice way for people to pull together their day is if your caterer can do cocktails, making it all flow. Because sometimes if you've got separate, which absolutely fine. If you want separate or you've got separate, that's great. But it's nice that the caterer, if a caterer's doing it, then they
I think
can...
it has a more seamless quality to
Yeah.
it, without doubt.
And staffing wise, actually, it's nice if your team know how to do a bit of everything and it's not...
It's fun for them.
Yeah, it's fun for them. It's also nicer for the guests. So if the guest says to someone, oh, could you get me a drink? And they go, oh, actually, I just do
Yeah.
the canapés.
Yeah.
Like,
We don't have like a that's not my job culture.
yeah.
And if we are just one team, you know, the bar's wild, one of us can jump on and help them. The bar come help us with pizzas afterwards. People go, hang on, you slung me a cocktail. And I go, no, you're making me pizzas. Well,
Yep, we are multitasking.
We are very versatile. One of my favourite weddings was in the Highlands, and the bar staff were phenomenal. But when they started the ceilidh, and we were all hopeless, we could not dance. The bar staff, absolutely on it, downed their glasses and came and showed the rest of us how to do it.
that's amazing.
I mean, yeah, that's really multitasking, like multi-talented.
I
Like,
think it takes it to a whole new level.
we can do a ceilidh for you or we can serve you a cocktail.
Yeah.
Love that.
Oh, probably both at the same time, if you should so desire. Amazing.
Aww.
No, so that's sort of, I love that sort of, effortless kind of, you want a bit of this, bit of that, we can do it all. And it does, I think, make things have that beautiful sort of seamless quality to them for the day.
We're quite lucky. Quite a lot of people like working for us. So that's really great. Because we want to have a good time where we work. And I think I've hired most of my road, all young people under the age of 25. Jump in the car. We're all going to a wedding.
Doing a
Come
bit
on,
for employment in the community. I like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice as well because it's giving people that like opportunity to go and see what they might want to do and try things out. And like you train them really well. They love what you do. So therefore they're brilliant at their job. Like if they love working for you, they're going to deliver an amazing experience for your guests. And I think a lot of the time, again, when couples are looking at caterers, understanding who the caterers are at their heart, like getting to know who your caterer is, means you know what kind of style it's going to be on the day.
Yes.
And the feel of their team, what their team are going to look like and feel like, not look like, but how it's going to feel.
How it's going to feel.
Yeah.
Yeah. We want it to be warm. We want it to be friendly. I always say to couples, we don't turn up in like penguin suits, back tie, and cower in the corner waiting to be spoken to. We're there, we're amongst it, we're getting it done while also giving your guests a good time.
Yeah. I love
So warm, inclusive, and just lovely.
Yeah. We want
Lovely.
Yeah. You want to have the best time. We want to have the best time. And we're having a good time.
Let's
You're
do
probably
it.
having a great time too. Yeah.
And just thinking about cost, really, I mean, that's a question that couples always ask anyways. Do you work it out per head? What is the pricing structure for you?
Usually per head. Again, it kind of depends what they want.
Sure,
If they're going for a lobster caviar bath, then
Slightly different.
you do you. But like I say, our style, and I guess what we've kind of fallen into is elevated informal, which I'm very happy about.
Yeah.
People that want really excellent quality food, but delivered in an informal manner, which then, let's face it, keeps the guests pretty relaxed and, things aren't stiff and, robotic.
It's so much nicer.
It's so much nicer. And it depends what food you want and how much food you want, basically. If we're feeding a team of Vikings, we're going to be going up.
That's one I'm going to.
Yeah. For, I guess, general styles, if we're going down the a la carte route, which we don't do a lot of, but It's there. It's on the brochure if you want it. Starting at £65 a head for 2 courses to 3 courses.
Okay.
If you want to go a little bit more informal, our barbecue sharing platters, that kind of style starts at sort of 40, going up to 60 per head, obviously depending on your choices, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Whether you want, we work with some really nice local suppliers in Sussex as well. We're pretty lucky. Actually, from my tiny village, I have 2 butchers, 2 greengrocers, 2 fishmongers, 2 bakers. For a tiny village, we've got it all. Yeah.
That's lovely, though.
It's super nice. Yeah. I'd like to say I say, what's your budget? And we,
work accordingly.
Yeah. Rather than go, this is what we offer and this is how much it is. And if you don't want it, then.
Yeah. So this is a flexible approach.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and I think, I've eaten your food, so
You have.
it is delicious.
I haven't, just putting that out there.
Oh,
Tasting.
we'll wait for the invite.
Yeah. Nice.
But no, I've eaten your food and I've eaten it and I've paid for it when I've eaten it. So I have felt like I know what you're delivering, and what you're delivering is really high quality, really delicious. But actually, again, the atmosphere is what it's all about. And I felt like you can have this amazing meal and it feels good, and your service style and everything feels nice around it. So it's a really lovely way. And I think for anyone coming to your tasting and trying out the food will get to feel what it feels like on the wedding day. And it's quite hard to do that. It's
honestly, just the weekend I've just had, 3 couples round for lunch. It was like having your friends round. It was brilliant. Yeah.
Did you do that at home? Do people come to you or
come to us? Yeah, it's great. And it's really handy because we have all of our props and all our this and that to show them. Our horse box is right outside.
Okay.
So they can really see everything.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's just like having friends round for lunch. I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. And I guess looking forward kind of 2025, 2026, are there any styles of food that you're seeing more of?
Definitely feasting, long tables of deliciousness.
Cool. And like
whatever that is.
What about desserts? We haven't really talked about desserts.
No, and that's remiss of us. It really is. I mean, come on.
Is there like... So when you talk about feasting, do you do like feasting desserts? How does that work?
So a lot of couples have the predicament, they're going to have a wedding cake, but they also want dessert.
Yeah.
Of course.
And
is there something wrong with that?
but being totally real, more often than not, one of them doesn't get eaten.
Yeah.
As a result.
You're not wrong.
See, I'd bin the cake. I'd go pudding all the way.
Pudding. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know.
I say that, but actually I wouldn't waste the cake, or I would have both. I'd have no problem with that.
We did...
Go hard or go home.
We did something slightly different at our wedding. And I don't think I've mentioned this on the podcast before. As part of our invitation, we said we were going to do a bake-off.
Okay.
So we did a wedding bake-off. We invited our guests to bring the wildest, wackiest, most beautiful or delicious cake or bake to our wedding.
Oh.
So I think we ended up with 17 different cakes, tarts, cupcakes, all of this. And
did you have a Bakewell tart?
No, no Bakewell, but my goodness, we had some amazing stuff. And friends also really took the time. So my background, my heritage, my dad's from Iran, and people made Persian love cake, and they really thought about what they were making.
So cool.
To do that.
Beautiful.
I love it.
And my stepmom made this phenomenal watermelon cake.
Okay.
And I thought it was a cake that she'd styled to look like a watermelon. No, it was a watermelon. She'd carved
wait a minute. It was a
tiers of watermelon with fruit stuck in it. Oh my goodness, I will have to share the photo at some point. But sorry, back to the point.
Yes, I'm now completely sidetracked about it.
We invited people to do that because we weren't really sure what to do for dessert and whether you do cake and dessert or just cake, just dessert. What do you think? What's your kind of...
My normal advice, so to speak, is mini desserts that can be available on the tea and coffee station, buy the cake, whatever, you know, everyone does their order differently on the day. So people don't have to be still sat. You know, people are quite ready to jump up by that point and get going.
Now, can we just cut to the what sort of mini desserts?
Vicky's like,
come on.
I need one now.
So what are you talking about?
I would probably say go something chocolatey and something fruity.
So would
it's
I.
all about pleasing the crowd here.
I've never seen Vicky look so intensely. She's like, yes, tell me more.
We drill down into the chocolatey. What are we talking about here? Sort of, you know.
From a mini chocolate point of view, we do a lovely sea salt dark chocolate ganache torte. Just a little morsel of deliciousness to top off the evening. And a lovely little mini lemon tart with raspberries.
I love a lemon tart.
Love a lemon tart. Underrated.
Yeah, really love a lemon tart. I'd actually go lemon over chocolate.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think that's just silly. You have both. Quite clearly you have both.
Okay, yeah. I mean, if I can have both, then I will. But mini desserts. That's a nice way of doing it.
And if you think you don't have room for dessert, you definitely have room for a mini one, don't you?
Yeah. Always.
I mean, you've got to try a little. Yeah.
And like you say, like having it so that they're available with the tea and coffee afterwards or something.
Yeah, you see, I love that. I think that's a really nice way to do it. It lends to that sort of air of informality, but it is just that lovely little sweet hit, usually with the caffeine pick-me-up, which at that point when you're starting to flag in the day, just comes at exactly the right moment.
I think so too. But hey, there's nothing wrong with a full-size dessert. You know?
Oh, no, don't get me wrong. I mean, you know, bring on the Knickerbocker glory as well.
Love that.
You know, some people say
to the wedding and get a Knickerbocker glory.
Some people say less is more. I'm not sure I've ever really subscribed to that.
No, I don't
think.
think.
Food,
No, more is perfect. More really is where it's
more than fine. And from a budgeting point of view and a sustainability point of view, all of those lovely things.
Yeah.
You know, these things can be eaten the next day. Quite often there's a day two happening.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if there's a brownie board or this board or whatever, you know, that can be whisked off and devoured at another time.
And actually that brings us neatly on to every episode we offer you a couple of top tips, one that is DIY related and one that is about sustainability. So give us your top tips. Let's start with the DIY. If you were going to DIY any part of your sort of food journey for your wedding, what would your tip be?
Well, going back to my favourite crazy location wedding, I cannot tell you how bad the weather was.
Oh, no.
For the caterers. And I guess the wet weather plan for the caterers had been slightly forgotten, shall we say.
Okay. Maybe a little overlooked.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm talking sideways rain and wind. It was so dramatic. It was so cool. And the groom's mother was into shamanic drumming. So mad driving rain. Everyone had a drum. They were all. It was so cool. I was getting
atmosphere.
I was getting soaked, but I was enjoying the atmosphere all the same.
I was going to say, once you abandon yourself to that and you know you're going to get soaked, it's like, well, you know.
But I guess, so DIY wise, you've got to think,
how are we going to cater no matter what happens?
Yeah.
And from my point of view, again, that's why you have a planner.
Yeah.
Because if you've got a planner, you've got someone there thinking about all those possibilities.
You know, and as kind of funny in hindsight, it was me being like windward of the barbecue station, you know, trying to take the brunt of the weather. It was unbelievable. But hey, it was memorable.
Yeah, okay. So DIY, just think ahead. Yeah. Think of all
contingency.
DIY often means no commercial kitchen, which is totally fine. If you're buying your plates, knives, forks, glasses, and there's nowhere to wash them up, hire, don't buy.
Yeah.
And hire, don't buy. I mean, we've kind of fallen into the sustainability bit. We've said this, and actually we've had other guests on that have said this, and I am a major advocate for hiring and not buying. Because sustainably it works. Also, it works really well for the catering teams. It works really well for your setup, your clear down. You send things back dirty.
It's brilliant.
Amazing.
Who wants to do the washing up the day after your wedding?
Yeah.
You
know? No, that doesn't tick a box, does it?
No, it absolutely does not. And I guess my other point would be, hopefully you've never planned a wedding before, or maybe, So getting portions right, I think is really important.
Absolutely.
So just ask your caterer, what's normal?
Yeah. Is that enough, or are we wasting?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We don't want to waste that food. We don't want you to pay for food that you're not going to be enjoying.
And again, that sort of strays into sustainability, really. Is
it's
don't overorder.
Don't overorder. Yeah. We will know what's happened 100 times before, what went, what didn't go, that kind of thing.
And maybe you do have a group of Vikings turning up to your wedding, in which case you might need to overorder just a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah. Amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you, Pip. And Craig, who's not here.
And Craig, who's not. And where do we find you, Pip? Where, if people want to go and sort of, search you out, where do they find you?
So our website is www.stoneandskillet.co.uk, or find us over on Instagram. I open TikTok, but Instagram is all I can work with right now.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Stone_skillet.
Lovely. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for chatting all about food. And thank you for watching. So we've been Wildly Wed, the real wedding planning podcast. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Apple. You can find us on Spotify, or on Instagram @Wildly Wed Pod. And we'll see you next time.
Cheerio, bye.
Bye.
Woo.